So our next topic taken is colloids in this chapter, surface chemistry. Now, what is colloid? Actually, when there are solutions taken, we have discussed in chapter liquid solutions that solutions or solution is a homogeneous mixture in which we dissolve one component called as solute in a solvent. But solutions are what? Homogeneous mixture. We have one phase only. We can call them single phase solutions. And then we can have one kind of suspension, like if we just put sand in water and then mix thoroughly, shake it well, and when we allow for some time to stand, the sand particles will settle down at the bottom slowly. The sand particles will slowly settle down at the bottom. That is, we can take here settling the property. That solution taken here of sand in water is called as suspension. So in suspension, the particles are even visible with your naked eye. Now in between the two, one is solution and one is suspension, we have one mixture called as colloidal mixture or colloidal solution. What is colloidal solution or what is colloid? Colloidal solution is a category of colloidal mixtures. So what is colloid first? Write definition of colloid. What is colloid? Write down definition. A colloid is a heterogeneous system in which one substance is dispersed, which is called as dispersed phase, as very fine particles in another substance called dispersion medium. Means first today mixture is heterogeneous, means there are two different phases, which can be, one can be solid, liquid or gas, then other can be taken solid, liquid or gas. Gas mixture is not taken, remaining we can take. So this is taken the property, means by nature of colloid, that this mixture is a heterogeneous mixture. There are two distinct phases. One is called as dispersed phase, which one can be taken dispersed phase, which is present in lower amount. One is called as dispersed phase and second called as dispersion medium. दोनों में difference क्या है? When you take dispersed phase, it is present in less amount. The component present in less amount is called dispersed phase, and the other component present in more amount will be called as medium. Because medium can be solid, liquid or gas, whereas dispersed phase also can be solid, liquid or gas. So when we have both are possibilities, it is unlike solution where liquid is solvent, solid is solid mostly or even liquid. Here the dispersed phase can be solid, liquid or gas, and also medium can be solid, liquid or gas. But gas is not taken because gas mixture is always homogeneous. So gas mixture is always taken, homogeneous is not taken, or gas and gas will not form a colloidal mixture. Now colloids can be classified depending on the three methods. One is called as physical state of the dispersed phase and medium, one category. Then second taken is we can take second taken affinity of the dispersed phase particles toward the dispersion medium particles. We call them lyophilic and lyophobic salts. And then third can be taken based on the interaction forces in the dispersed phase particles. We take the three categories of the colloidal mixtures: multimolecular, macromolecular and micelles. So we will discuss about them classification properties, because in this portion you get question commonly in the difference of the lyophilic and lyophobic salts or the properties of colloidal mixtures, especially electrical properties is the one area from where the questions have been asked most commonly in this topic taken colloidal mixture or colloids. So before we take this colloidal mixture, we will take solutions. Solutions can be taken three types. One is called as true solutions, second is called as colloidal solutions, and third called suspension. Mainly it depends on the size of the solute particles. So let us take this differences and then we move on the salts classification, then property of colloidal mixtures or salts, and then just a brief introduction of emulsion, and we can take gels. Okay, so let us first take a difference of the true solution, colloidal solution and the suspension. Now based on some properties, we can take solutions in three categories. One is called true solutions, one is correlate solutions. For them the actual term we should use is called as correlate solves. But anyway we are writing solution, so let us write first solution, then we'll make difference of solve and solution. And then suspension. First can be taken property particle size. Particle size. In true solutions, the particles of the solute are having size less than 10 angstrom or 1 nanometer. In true solution, the size of the dispersed or size of the solute particles, the size of the solute particles is less than 10 angstrom. While we take in correlate solution, the size of the particles is taken between 10 angstrom to 1000 angstrom. It is very important to remember the range. What the range of the dispersed phase particles in the correlate solution or correlate mixture? It is 10 angstrom to 1000 angstrom. In suspension, the size of particle is bigger than 1000 angstrom. In suspension, the size of particle is bigger than 1000 angstrom. सर आप लोग नोट करते रहो पॉइंट को है. अगला प्रॉपर्टीज में आएगा, we can take filtrability. Filtrability. In true solutions, the particles can pass, the solute particles can pass, solute particles can pass through ordinary filter paper as well as semi permeable membrane or also called enamel membrane. In this case, the particles can pass, the particles of dispersed phase can pass through ordinary filter paper, through ordinary filter paper, but not enamel membrane. In this case, particles cannot pass. Particles are bigger in size, so particles can't pass through ordinary filter paper. That's we take property filtrability. Now next we can take here settling property. Settling means on standing whether particles will settle down at the bottom or not. In this case, particles do not settle down on standing. Also here particles do not settle down on standing. Whereas in suspension on standing, particles settle down at the bottom. On standing, the particles settle down at the bottom. Okay. Now we can take next property here. Now next property can be taken here, visibility. Visibility of particles. In this case, particles are not visible. Particles are not visible by naked eye or even ultra microscope. Not visible with naked eye or ultra microscope. Also here same thing, particles not visible with naked eye or ultra microscope, but they solution cause or the sol cause, but they cause scattering of light. Scattering of light by dispersed phase particles. Dispersed phase particles. This phenomenon called what here? It is called as Tyndall effect. We'll discuss later on. अगला है suspension. Here the particles are visible with naked eye. Next property can be taken here, diffusion or diffusibility. In this case, the particles diffuse quickly, the solute particles diffuse quickly. Diffuse quickly. In this case, particles diffuse but slowly. Here the dispersed phase particles diffuse slowly, and in this case particles do not diffuse. Particles of solution do not diffuse. अगला पॉइंट क्या है प्रॉपर्टी में आते हैं? appearance. Solution taken as here clear and transparent. Solution is clear and transparent. Example taken sugar solution of NaCl. तो solution is clear and transparent. यहाँ पे क्या वो solution is translucent. And here the solution is opaque. That is appearance wise solution is clear and transparent, and here solution is translucent, and here solution is opaque. Actually what happens, it simply depends, the difference of solutions taken here is depending only on one property, mainly size of the solute particles, or you can take in this case dispersed phase particles, that decides the solutions in three categories. इसका लास्ट का मीनिंग क्या होता है? Solution can see clearly from one side to second side. If you take solution in glass you can take made of you can take glass only. In this case solution is translucent. You can see on the other side of the glass if you take solution in the glass, but not clearly, and their solutions we cannot see on the other side at all, or very low appearance will be there through the solutions, that is opaque. So I hope it is clear. Now sometimes if we take in a solution, same solution can behave in all three categories in different layers. If we take in a pond muddy water, the topmost layer will have particles very small size and solution is almost transparent. The topmost layer is acting as true solutions, and below the topmost layer, second layer or lower layer will act as colloidal solutions, and the bottommost layer will be acting as suspension. The bottommost layer will be acting as suspension. That is difference of the, we can take solutions in three categories: true solutions, colloidal solutions and suspension. Now next can be taken classification of colloids. That is next topic, classification of colloids. Classification of colloids. We can take them different method of classification. They depends on some properties. You can take first depending on some properties. We can take classification of colloids can be taken three methods of classification. One can be taken classification based on physical state of dispersed phase and dispersion medium. We will have in this case 8 types of colloids. we'll explain to you कि कैसे आपके 8 टाइप आते हैं एग्जांपल्स लेके. Second taken is classification based on interaction forces between particles of dispersed phase and dispersion medium. We did two types here. One is called lyophilic salts and second called lyophobic salts. And that is especially for salts, one of the category taken among them. Third taken is based on the classification based on interaction among dispersed phase particles. We will take three types. One is called as multimolecular, second macromolecular, third is called micelles or associated colloids. So we will discuss about all the three salts or property of this class. First we take this classification of solids, classification of colloids in three categories depending upon these properties. Okay, so first we can take classification based on physical state of the dispersed phase and dispersion medium. Let us take first one. Now we take classification of colloids based on the physical state of the dispersed phase and dispersion medium. See, phase or medium can be solids, liquids or gases. Only if you take here, we have taken 8 combinations. Gas is not taken because gas mixture is always homogeneous. We have condition for mixture to be colloid, it must be heterogeneous. We can have in this case 8 combinations, 8 types of colloidal mixtures. First is we can take one is solid, medium it is taken dispersed phase, they are taken dispersion medium. See, amount is more or less. They amount less and they have amount more. When amount is less of a component is phase, amount is more of a component is medium. So when it is taken dispersed phase is solid, in solid it is called solid sol. Example taken colored glasses, gem, stone are the common examples of solid sol. Second taken solid as dispersed phase, liquid is medium, we call them sol. Example taken paints, cell fluids, the common example taken. अगला है solid in gas, it is called aerosol. Example is smoke. What is smoke? Made of carbon components, dust particles in air. So smoke and dust are the common examples of aerosols. We call them aerosol. अगला है, now when we take dispersed phase taken, again we have 3 combinations. For liquid taken dispersed phase, they can be present in dispersion medium, solid, liquid or gas. So you can take liquid in solid is called gel. Example taken cheese, butter, jellies. Then liquid is called emulsion. Example taken milk, hair cream are the common example of emulsion. And liquid in gas is again called aerosol. Example taken fog, mist, cloud, insecticide spray are the common examples where we have liquid as dispersed phase and gas as the medium. अगला है example. Now we take gas is taken dispersed phase. We can have 2 combinations, not 3. We have taken 3 combinations each, but there is only 2 combinations. Gas and gas is not taken. Already explained to you why. Mixture being homogeneous. अगला इसमें क्या होगा? जो होंगे gas in solid is called solid sol. Example taken pumice stone, foam, rubber are common examples. Then gas in liquid is called foam. Example froth, whipped cream, soap, leather are there where we have gas as the dispersed phase, liquid as the medium. Now when in the given categories for us the most important one that we will discuss in chapter in detail will be sol. And some idea we will also have about the gel and emulsion. we will have mainly discussion on salts. Property of salt, you get question in examination, salts only base. Some idea we will have for emulsion and gel also. So in this case we will discuss here in the chapter after classification this property of salts, emulsion and gels. Now if it is taken in salt, when the liquid is taken, if in this salt, if liquid is taken water, then this is called as aquasol or hydrosol. Aquasol or hydrosol. If the liquid is, if you take dispersion medium is water, if we have dispersion medium alcohol, the name is use alcohol. The name can use alcohol if we have dispersion medium alcohol. That is classification taken here based on the physical state of the dispersed phase and medium. Now next we take classification based on interaction forces between the dispersed phase and dispersion medium. That is quite important for you because that will decide property of salts, because that is taken the salts categories. That is depending on the interaction forces between the dispersed phase particles and the medium particles. Okay, so let us take next one. Now next we take classification of colloids. In fact it is for salts only, based on the interaction or the nature of interaction between the dispersed phase particles and the dispersion medium particles. Based on interactions we can take salts in two categories. One is called lyophilic salts and other called as lyophobic salts. What is lyophilic means? Liquid attracting. In this case the dispersed phase particles have high affinity for the medium particles, whereas in lyophobic it is liquid repelling, liquid hating. In lyophobic salts the dispersed phase particles have no affinity or very low affinity, for the dispersion medium particles. That is called lyophobic salt. So salts taken two category, lyophilic salt and lyophobic salt. If in any case suppose liquid is water, if we take dispersion medium water, then the salts are called as hydrophilic and hydrophobic. Hydrophilic, water living, affinity for water, and hydrophobic means water repelling. So lyophilic, lyophobic is clear. Hydrophilic, we can use the name in place of lyophilic when the medium is taken water, and if medium is water then the lyophobic will be called as hydrophobic salt. Meaning क्या होता है? Lyophilic means liquid attracting. In this case we have the dispersed phase particles, they have high affinity for the dispersion medium particles, whereas in this case dispersed phase particles have no affinity or very low affinity for the medium particles. That's first point can be taken here in differences. Affinity for medium particles, affinity for dispersion medium particles. So in this lyophilic salts, they have high affinity for dispersion medium particles. और यहाँ पर क्या होता है? They have low affinity or very low affinity for dispersion medium particles. They have no affinity or very low affinity for the dispersion medium particles by the phase particles. Now this property affect the remaining property at many points. Like next point, property can be taken here. I'm not putting serial numbers. Next property can be taken, ease of preparation. Ease of preparation. Now in this lyophilic salts, the dispersed phase particles have more affinity. So what happens? These are prepared directly by mixing of lyophobic, by mixing of dispersed phase particles and medium particles. If you होता क्या है कि we take substance of which salt is to be prepared just put the substance in liquid and warm. On heating, warming, the solid will dissolve and sol is ready. That is meaning prepare directly by mixing the dispersed phase and medium particles. On heating them, sol is ready. But यहाँ पर क्या होता है? Since the dispersed phase particles are no affinity or very low affinity, so we cannot prepare them like this. They are prepared always indirectly by special methods. They are prepared indirectly by special methods, maybe chemical or physical methods are to be employed to prepare lyophobic salts. Because of affinity, they are prepared directly and they are prepared with difficulty and indirectly by special methods. Next, we can take difference in the properties can be taken. Stability. Because of strong interaction due to high solvation or interaction, they are more stable. Due to strong interaction of dispersed phase particles in medium, they are highly stable. They are less stable because of low affinity. Stability is less for the lyophobic salts. They are more stable because of strong interaction. Highly solvation is there. You can take solvation. Property of solvation is interaction. So highly solvated. Here they are very low or very little solvation. And for the same reason they become, if it is taken, reversibility of nature. Reversibility. They are reversible in nature. They are irreversible in nature. इस पॉइंट का मीनिंग क्या है? रिवर्सिबल नेचर एंड इरिवर्सिबल नेचर. देखिए, if a salt is given to us, on heating the salt or boiling the salt, the liquid evaporates completely. The solid mass is left behind. In the solid mass, on adding liquid, warming, again salt is prepared back. In the solid mass remaining, again add liquid, warm a little, salt is prepared back. But since they are prepared indirectly by special methods, they are irreversible in nature. Means in the when we have a salt, on heating or evaporating, liquid evaporate completely. In the solid mass remaining, we again add liquid. The salt is not prepared back. Salt is not obtained. When salt is not obtained back here, then it is said to be irreversible in nature. Because they need a special technique to prepare. यहाँ पे क्या होता था? They are prepared directly, so only they are reversible in nature. On heating or evaporating, liquid evaporate out, solid is left behind. Again adding liquid and warming, salt is ready. That is irreversible nature. Next we take difference. In differences continuation, next property taken is viscosity. Already explained the meaning of the term viscosity in topics states of matter. Now what is viscosity? Already explained that. Now in this lyophilic salt, what happens? Because of interaction forces, strong interaction forces between the medium and the phase particles, lyophilic salts, they have high or higher viscosity than the dispersion medium particles. Medium only. यहाँ पे क्या होता है? Viscosity is almost same. Viscosity of the salts is almost same as that of dispersion medium. For this lyophobic salts, the viscosity is almost same as that of the dispersion medium. अगला पॉइंट क्या है? सरफेस टेंशन. ये क्या होता है? देखिए सरफेस टेंशन के बारे में in this case, because of again interaction only, it is affecting both properties. Then these lyophilic salts, they have lower surface tension than the dispersion medium particles. यहाँ पे क्या होता है? This property is also same. Surface tension is almost same as the medium, as dispersion medium. Because of practically no interaction, the property of viscosity or surface tension of the dispersion medium is almost unaffected, remains same. अगला point है visibility of particles. In this case, the particles are not visible with naked eye or even ultra microscope. Particles not visible even under ultra microscope, or if it was visible, they show very little Tyndall effect because they have particle size much smaller as compared to hair. In this case, particle not visible, but they show prominent Tyndall effect, or they show scattering of light prominently. यहाँ पे sometime they may have low scattering of light or less prominent Tyndall effect. They have prominent Tyndall effect. अगला है nature of substances. They are mostly organic substances. Organic substances which are having OH group, NH2 group, or polar functional groups which can show hydrogen bonding with the water if it is taken aqueous medium, which is forming hydrophilic salts. So organic substances commonly taken like starch, gum, rubber are the common examples which can be taken of lyophilic salts. यहाँ पे क्या example क्या आएगा इसमें? They are formed by mostly inorganic substances. Formed by mostly inorganic substances like metals, sulfides, hydroxides, oxides, etc. They are forming is mostly inorganic compounds, insoluble salts of the solids. They will form the lyophobic salts. Electric charge may be there, may not be there, may be there or may not be there. And if they have charge, it is low in magnitude. Low in magnitude. They have typical charges. Typical charges to maintain the stability. Typical charges. Then it is migration in electric field. Migration in electric field. Because of charges, they may or may not migrate, or they can migrate in either direction. May or may not migrate, and migration can be in either direction. यहाँ पे क्या होता है? They show migration in one direction only. They show migration in single direction. See, this migration in electric field is called property electrophoresis. About that we will discuss further. We will discuss charge also, कि how the charge can develop, originate on the dispersed phase particles, and then how they are migrating in electric field. So it depends upon charge only. When they have charge, may or may not be there. If there is no charge, on application of electric field, the dispersed phase particles may not migrate. On the other hand, when they have typical charges on the dispersed phase particles, they show migration towards particular electrode on application of electric field. So this can be taken differences of the lyophilic and lyophobic salts. They are very important. In the exams, you get question frequently in differences of the lyophilic and lyophobic salts. Okay. I will take next classification based on interaction between the dispersed phase particles. Now we take third classification method based on the type of particles which are having among them different interaction as well. Now we will take here three types of colloidal mixtures or salts when they are depending on the type of particles. First taken is multi-molecular colloids, second called as macromolecular colloids, and third taken is associated colloids. See, in first one taken, what happens? Multi-molecular means क्या होता है? Separate molecules or particles, they have diameter or size below the colloidal range. What is colloidal range? 10 angstrom. So in this multi-molecular colloids, they are consisting of aggregation of atoms or molecules whose size or diameter is less than 10 angstrom. So when they are combined large number of particles, atoms or molecules are combined together from bigger particles which have diameter in the range of 10 angstrom to 1000 angstrom. For that we require lot of particles. Like example taken here, sulfur. Sulfur salt is consisting of thousands of S8 molecules. Aggregation of thousands of S8 molecules will make sulfur salt. In first one taken called multi-molecular colloids. Multi means many. The term is giving the meaning. Now in this case macromolecular. In this case the particles are themselves are having large size, big enough size which is having the colloidal range. In this case they are consisting of large molecules, normally polymers, maybe natural or synthetic. Natural polymers like we can take here starch, cellulose, proteins, enzymes are common examples of the macromolecular colloids in natural. And synthetic can be taken polymers like polythene, nylons and other rubber are the common examples of this macromolecular colloids. Then in this case what happens, these solutions क्या लिखा है इसमें, acetyl colloids, these solutions are behaving as true solutions at lower concentration. They behave as normal solution or true solutions at lower concentrations. But when concentration increase, then one kind of ions undergo aggregation, undergo association, form large particles which are having colloidal diameter, and then they will form colloidal solutions. So to form them colloidal solutions they require concentration bit higher than some value which is normally there. We will explain this formation of colloidal solutions of this category. They form micelles actually. Now next point we can take here, that atoms or molecules are held by weak van der Waals attractive forces. Among them there are weak van der Waals attractive forces. यहाँ पे क्या होता है, molecules are flexible and they can take up any shape. यहाँ पे क्या होता है, they behave as normal solutions, normally applied at lower concentrations. That is nature of their particles taken there. अगला point क्या है, they have usually lyophilic character. They have usually lyophilic character. यहाँ पे क्या होता है, they usually have lyophobic character. Lyophobic character. In this case, particles contain both lyophilic and lyophobic groups. That they form micelles. How they form these micelles, or this we will take separately now.